2 days. I think we were ready yesterday. We just have played a lot of games in November and December, and I think more physical than physical. I think it's emotional. We had to come back down to sea level after the week we had here in the Garden, and kicked the game in between. But it's like that. NBA is not easy.
You had kind of said last week you couldn't get your guys rest because you never had big leads. The easiest way.
This makes it easier. It makes it easier. That's for sure. Hope they can figure that out.
Could you tell that they didn't have any legs?
A little bit, but I'm not worried about them. I'm just looking at us.
Can you talk about Landry's rebounding, and is that something you saw in college that stood out to you?
I didn't even see him in college. I'm not real big. Stanford comes on about too late for me. I'm already in bed. Are you kidding me? But that's something that he just does. He just figured out what does the team need. He even said it to our coaches, I've got to rebound more. That's what I got to do. He did it. He's working on his threes. He wasn't a great three-point shooter now. He's very efficient as a player. And he just keeps improving defensively, offensively, and he's just a smart guy and a great player. Well, I don't want to get too far. He can be a great player because he's what all coaches love. He's the glue guy. He's the guy that can be really good on a great team. Let's put it that way.
Coach, I know, offensively, everyone looks at the team as being an offensive team, but can you talk about the defensive effort tonight, particularly in the fourth quarter?
I thought Gallo did a great job on Durant, if that's possible. I mean, Durant's hard to guard, but I thought he did a great job the whole game. And then we came up, Turioff gave us energy, and that's what we kind of been missing from Ronnie, and he gave us a lot of energy, block shots, Mari 5 block shots. But we've talked about it, about that'll be our key. If we can defend, especially if we just defend better than the other team can defend, that's really all it is. We've talked about it, and they put it today, so then we got to do it in the next game. But that'll be a key for us going forward.
I was going to ask you about Turioff, what he gave you today in terms of, did he look fresher? I don't think he was wearing
yeah, he looked good yesterday in practice today, and you have to ask him how he feels. But if we can keep him there as much as we can, that would be enormous. But we need his spirit. I mean, just little things like the warm-up. He comes out when he does, just little things like that. That it's infectious, and we have to have that positive aura.
The Chris Ball movement and the shot selection, how big is that, especially with the team getting used to playing together more and more?
Well,
it's going to really elevate going into the second half.
Yeah, for sure, and especially against these guys, because you turn it over, you take bad shots, quick shot, they're going to run it, and that's what we didn't do. We had first half we had 20 assists on 25 buckets, and then we ended up at 30. And that's how we have to play. We have to move the ball, and we have good enough shooters that different guys will get the shots, but that's key to any team, that good ball movement, and we did it tonight.
How receptive are you guys to learning about the mental approach, and what have you seen from this game?
Well, they're very receptive, and Mari and Raymond are leading the way in that. We have, apart from those two guys who have a lot of experience, from Gallo and Wilson and Landry, they're all 22, 23 years old, and Tony's. We don't have a lot of experience on big games. In the last 2 years, we haven't had many big games, and so can't even count Wilson, Gallo's experience. They haven't had that, where the Garden's rocking, where it's important, where you're staring at Dwayne Wade or somebody in front of you. These are all good things to learn, and they're very receptive to doing what Amari and Raymond are preaching, and that's it's been great.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys.